Egypt safe for solo traveler in 2025. I traveled to Egypt with two sons. To be honest, Egypt have always been on my bucket list, Cairo to be Pacific, but because of all of the article I read online, all of the discord around in this city, I was afraid. But I decided to take a chance. The hardest part about this country, about this city, to be honest, it is the airport. The airport is a lot. Once you leave passport control and enter into the arrival terminal, you are greeted with so many men that is rushing up to you, trying to sell you something, trying to give you an offering, trying to give you a ride. Somebody's trying to take your bag. It is a lot. So I went with a transportation pickup service. It's called Welcome app. I booked my transportation via this app, but I still had to leave the airport and get outside to find my driver. Oh my God. Once I step outside, there's so many men. I never saw so many men like that in my life. Just one place trying to basically offer you a ride. And I heard so many stories as about scams. So I just went with transportation services and I'm glad I did that. Then from the airport to our hotel was 45 minutes. Now, my colleague Weth used to stay in Egypt previously, so she told me exactly where to stay. I'm going to put that on the screen for you guys. So, my number one tip is get a tour guide, get a driver, a private driver from the airport to avoid getting scammed and to avoid getting into any altercation with a driver. Be very careful about that. Do not skip that step if you want to have a good time here. This country is a lot. So if you're going there, be prepared. Now let's get into my tour guide giving a little history about Egypt.
So this is the Egyptian map. Egypt is located in the northeast of the African continent. It's bordered by Gaza Strip, Israel, let's see from the east side. From the south, Sudan, west is Libya, north is Mediterranean Sea. So the total landscape of Egypt is like 1 billion kilometer. We just live on 9% of it. The rest are desert. As you can see, this desert, and desert. So since the ancient time until today, we are living beside the Nile River banks. But nowadays, our current president is trying to develop our company to establish new cities like New Cairo, new administrative capital, and New Alamein on the Mediterranean Sea. So in the ancient time, Egypt was divided into two kingdoms, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. So when King Bina or Narmer, who was the first king in our dynastic time, to unite Upper and Lower Egypt together and took Memphis to be the first capital for Egypt for Egypt back to that time. Okay, Nile River is the largest river in the whole world. It runs from Ethiopia in the southern of the African continent, hence in the north of Egypt. Back to that time, during the ancient Egyptian time, that we had 7 sites for the Nile River. But right now, because we built the high dam on Aswan here, so we just only have to. Here, the total population in Egypt is like 110 million. Yes, the first populous country in the Middle East world, and second one in Africa after Nigeria. You know, Nigeria is like 230 or something like that. We are the second one.
Okay.
The majority of the people here are Muslim Sunni, so we are about 85% are Muslim Sunni, about 15% are Coptic Orthodox, means Christians, I mean. Okay? So this is the first pyramid was built in the history of mankind called the Step Pyramid or Saqqara Pyramid, far away from Giza Pyramid, about 22 kilometers.
So I booked the tour via Viator and it was $105 for three of us. It included a pickup and drop off from your hotel. It included a bottle of water. It included a 30 minutes camel ride. And when I saw my tour guide for the first time, she was amazing. I just knew we was gonna get along. One, she was a girl, and if you know anything about me, I'm a girl's girl, okay? So I was so excited to have a female tour guide, and she gave us such great history about the country. She was kind. I have nothing negative to say about her. And she was so great with my son. Like I said, I was traveling alone with two kids. So I s- when once I saw her, she grabbed the youngest son from me, and then I hold the older son hand, and we just vibe instantly. It was a great experience. But another tip I would like to share with you guys, if you're coming to Egypt, Cairo to be specific, and you are not a fan of tipping someone, or quote unquote, you are very stingy, don't come here. Honestly, do not come here because they are so heavy on tipping. And a lot of them, if you don't tip, they're going to remind you to tip. So come ready to be generous with some funds and be ready to tip. So let me give you guys a little scenario. So when we got to the camel place, I was wearing a dress and I already wore a camel previously in Qatar. So I didn't want it to do it again. Mind you, we already paid for a camera ride for 30 minutes. It was included in the fare. I didn't do a camera ride. I just opted out to take a picture. But after taking a picture, he wanted a tip. And with me, I don't argue over basic things when I travel. I tip him. Most people wouldn't tip him because he already paid for the service. But just to tell you here, they are very heavy on tipping. So if that's not something you're interested in doing, stay home or go somewhere else. This is not the place for you. Everywhere you go, they want a tip. The next day, even we parked somewhere with my other tour guide, and where we parked, the guy that was like basically protecting the parking spot wanted a tip. So this is just the culture around here. So if you're coming here, be generous with your funds. Seeing the pyramids in person was just amazing. It was so beautiful. Like I stated, Cairo has been on my list forever. I'm so glad I came here, just witnessing the beauty of this. It was amazing. And I do understand this city can be a lot, especially if you're female and you are not used to getting catcalled and there's so many men approaching you at once can be a lot. But I might say, through all of the chaos, this city is beautiful in its own way. And I met some amazing people. At times, I may not have felt the safest, but at times I felt saved. Later on, we're going to get to the nightlife because it is amazing. So after we went home, got changed, and booked a dinner cruise on the Nile River. This cruise was 75 US dollars. I booked it on Viator. It included the tickets for all three of us and pick up and drop off from our hotel. The cruise entertainment was great. I love the atmosphere. Just watching the view from the top of the boat was just spectacular. Now the food, I felt like they was trying to cater to European taste buds, and the food was bland. I expected more. So I'll give the food a 5, but the entertainment was 10 out of 10. Let's get into it. So this is day 2 in Cairo. The next morning, we got picked up by my driver from the previous night. Now he was going to take us on a tour of the city, and we was going to go to the market and see the new museum. But first, we decided to go to breakfast. When we first arrived at this location, it was a little sketchy, guys. I noticed a lot of the building here looks so terrible on the outside, but the inside is actually nice. So we made it to the rooftop, and the views were amazing. Now the food, I would say it was like a 6 out of 10. But my toddler was crying for juice, and I decided to order him a in-house made, well, orange juice. Worst mistake, guys. Worst mistake. As soon as he drank the juice, like literally 5 minutes later, he started complaining about tummy ache. We panicked. We stopped eating. I gave him water and I had baby Tylenol in my bag. I gave him that. And we sat at this rooftop for over an hour just chilling. I'm not sure if it was the juice, but our entire time here, we only drink bottle of water. That was our first time drinking juice here. We even stay away from ice because we heard stories. So if you're coming here, I wouldn't recommend the in-house juice. I'm not gonna say it's the juice, but it was something. So we sat here for an hour and then we made our way to the market. When we got to the market, we parked our car and there was a guy standing there. He was like, cover your chest. I thought I was just a little modest, but I was showing a little bit of cleavage. So I got my dress and placed it around my neck for the duration of us being in the market. The guy with us is our tour guide. He was amazing. I will leave his information down below just in case you're interested in using him when you're coming here. But we didn't stay long at the market. I don't know, it was a lot. So we left early. We went back to our hotel and we just decided because we stay at such great location, we have so many stores around us. We just decided to tour our neighborhood. When we was in our neighborhood, I did not take my camera because I just wanted to see what the neighborhood was like. It was pretty family friendly. Later, I noticed there was a dental office opposite my hotel. I walked in there and I told the receptionist I wanted composite bonding. I basically showed her my teeth and where I wanted done to it. So I got three composite bonding, a teeth whitening, a deep cleaning. This is the location right here. And this is what I was trying to fix, that gap in my teeth.
Before.
As you can see,
This is
it turned out
before.
really, really good. I was amazed. I paid a total of 189 US dollars. And then after my teeth whitening, we went to tour our neighborhood. And Cairo at night is a different story. Oh my God, it is lit at night. There was so many family outside. I felt really safe at night. I know it's pretty weird, but I felt very safe at night. I would definitely be back in the city. If you're coming here, get a tour guide, be willing to tip, stay at a great location, and you should be fine.